Welcome to the Pod-Diff podcast. I am your host Vex here with my good buddy Tuss Leopard, as always, with another jam-packed episode for you. Uh, a little lighter episode actually. I did lie a little bit. I apologize. A little lighter news, but we're still exciting to bring it to you. Now with new webcam. I don't look pixelated anymore. Very happy about that. How are you, Tuss? Good sir.
I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad to see your webcam's functioning. It looks fantastic. You're a sexy, sexy man.
Too kind.
You don't lie to me. It's okay.
Let's we jump right into it, good sir.
Of course, of course. So as always, we'll start with like the normal game. We talked about last patch. They changed Cassidy, May, and Lifeweaver. They haven't changed anything else. It feels better. I think all three were great changes. Lifeweaver is probably. They said that Lifeweaver, because they released a blog post on their website at overwatch.blizzard.com. They talked about how Lifeweaver is a much greater impact now that you got the buffs. They still want to improve them, but they're happy where it is. They've seen Genji and Cassidy be overtaken be the most played characters now, with Brig and Lifeweaver being the most popular team supports.
Wow.
It's amazing. And the only thing else they mention is Torb and Sim's Trent reworks. And Zenyatta's
Oh yeah. The Discord changes.
Yep.
They
There's
don't.
also
Go ahead.
I don't know. You opinion.
I was just gonna ask. They don't exactly say. They're just saying they're gonna lessen the effect of Discord, right?
Yeah. Like literally, like they are very vague in the blog post of Sojourn's railgun primary fire spread. They're just saying improve that. Frontline capabilities of Ryan and Rissa, like that's extremely vague, and then slight adjustments to weaken Zen's Discord ability. So like they're very vague about this. They're just looking to address it. But like I don't think it truly matters until we see the changes or until like they're basically coming out. So like take it with a grain of salt, but they are looking at it. That's nice to know.
Mm.
But the games feel fine. Matchmaking needs to be a little bit improved. I feel like it's always like swing in one way or the other. But I mean, I hope changes.
That's been a consistent talking point for as long as I can remember.
Second.
That's been a consistent talking point for as long as I can remember, just with Overwatch in general. Overwatch 2 specifically felt like games were either a roll in one direction or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they've tried to combat that. And I see we are better than for where it started, but I do agree every match does feel a little heavy in one direction or the other. You can feel it going into it even after the first team fight. You're like, yeah, this isn't right, or yeah, this isn't right in a good way.
Yeah. But I think that's just Overwatch's biggest thing they need to overcome is matchmaking. But that's probably always going to be something they need to work on. As long as they keep making improvements, I'm not going to complain too much. It is bad at points, but
I mean, it's what you get with, especially with it being a free-to-play game now. You're gonna get, depending on your rank and stuff like that, you're gonna get people who don't, even if you are high rank, there's people that will be able to have the time at certain points to get into the higher ranks, and maybe they have work, school, whatever it is, so they're not playing consistently like others are. So they get in, they're a little cold, rusty, not up to the meta, and they're just not playing as well. And you're like, crap, that dude's throwing, but in reality, that's a dude. He's a father of three.
yeah,
When you make it the free to play, it opens to a whole new fan base, which is awesome. We always want people to play the game, but then you kind of mix in that undedicated bunch. That might be a little hateful of a word, but less dedicated,
Yeah, they're not always. They have things. They have personal lives unlike us. So it's
Right.
like very much something like your life takes precedent of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make your life worse because you want to play Overwatch. But the other thing they talked about in the blog post is they talked about how they made Flashpoint. They did a live stream. You can always go watch them. But they talk about how they design it. They did sketches of the map. Uh, how they think it's going to run. They also talk about cinematics for this next season when it comes out. They have quite a few cinematics, they say, for next season with the invasion story missions. And they, like you said, you mentioned earlier about the new hero. Like the community had a great guesses about being like something related to sun powered, solar powered, something. And they talked about like how it's pretty close and stuff like that. How community got great guesses, and then they released a solar threading ritual the title of the picture on the blog post. We can always link it in the Discord, in the description for you to go check out. But you can always just look at the website. But that's the only thing that's really been going on. Only thing that we talked about in the past week. Maybe dabbled and talked about like this season a little bit, but not much. They seem really excited for next season, which hopefully be good.
It's a filler season, right?
Feels like
For the most part. And we talked in the past. We got some cool things. I still enjoy it. Skins are great. I enjoy the battle pass, but they're hyping up, and I've seen other people say this. That next season is like amping up to have as much content as like what like release Overwatch 2 had.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
hopefully it's good. Yeah, hopefully it's good. I think they're gonna do a good job.
We're gonna be saying that a lot too.
Yeah, I hope so. That's all for like the inside the game.
Mm-hmm.
Outside the game, there's a few things going on. BlizzCon is gonna happen. The World Cup's gonna be held at BlizzCon.
So exciting! Wish I could go.
Yeah, I thought the same thing up until I seen the price of the tickets, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world, but it's not the great. General admission is $300, which is access to all halls, BlizzCon store on Thursday, exclusive BlizzCon in-game goodies, and official Blizz backpack. Then there's one for $800, which is all general admission items, plus exclusive photo pass lounge, separate registration line. It seems like a fast pass, like they have at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. I don't think 300's outrageous if you're in the area. I think
800 is. I think the 800.
I think you have to be severely dedicated for 800.
Yeah.
I don't think like if you're in the area 300. Like if I lived in, I believe it's in Los Angeles, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
If I lived there at 300, I mean, it'd be a stretch, but I think it'd be cool to do. But
yeah,
and you're seeing people fly like we live across the country, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a lot to think about if you're far away. But if you're close by, I probably would have bought the ticket and just went.
Just for all that's gonna be there, you know, it's a huge event. You know, Blizzard out. Blizzard for their live events never does anything lazily. Yeah. They're always really exciting, and you get to. We went to a local Comic-Con recently, and even then we got to see all kinds of crazy cosplays and stuff like that. And that was a local one. That was decently small. So you're assuming Los Angeles and all the high-profile crap that comes along with Blizzard, just what you would get to see there. I think $300 is worth it if you're in the area.
Yeah, especially it is where the World Cup is gonna be.
That's
so like you're gonna be doing something constantly there. It's not gonna be boring after like a half a day. It's like I think I've seen everything. Like no, it's gonna be packed. I can kind of see where they're getting with the price because it probably has a limit to everything. It has like the most recent thing that's been is Anime Expo. Within probably within about half of the day, the first day, they already closed the doors. The fire marshals like already closed the doors. Like no, it's too many right now.
Holy crap! Really?
Yeah, within the first day, they already half the day they closed the doors. Like at some point, and the tickets aren't that much there. So at some point, they know they can charge more. Yeah, it's a safety hazard. You're not going to be allowed in until more people leave. And I can see where BlizzCon gets it. Especially they don't disappoint at the live events. I think it gets a little much. I feel like they should do discounts for like, because I don't feel like I would go by myself. I'd go with somebody, and then that's $600, and then that gets a little more. I wish they would do like bundle prices.
Oh like, yeah, like package deals, like you get a party of 4 type thing.
Yeah, like, oh, you're gonna have 4 people? How about we knock a few hundred off? It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, we can talk about that then, but
The
the
thing
300
is,
by
with
itself.
with it being $300,
Mhm.
that it's still gonna be so packed.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
gonna be packed.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just
Even
one of those
even the
things you
eight
don't mess.
hundred, like it's a fast pass, but I could see a lot of people spend the 800. So lines might dang near be identical by the end of it.
Yep. Hey, if that's something you like to do, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna fly out and buy that and go, but I am looking forward, and I hope everyone that goes enjoys it.
Oh, absolutely.
I believe that's all they've announced for BlizzCon that I know of. Yeah, World Cup, charity auction there. Yeah, okay. It's just a short blog. I'm sure they'll release more info as it get close, but it's in a good while. The first wave. Okay, this is good to know. The first wave will go on sale Saturday, July 8th, so like in 4 days. The second wave will go on sale Saturday, July 22nd at 10 a.m. So in like 16 days or 18 days. So that's
That
good to know
first
if you're
wave is
looking to
going
buy tickets.
fast.
Yeah. So if you're looking to buy tickets, make sure to keep it. It's at 10 a.m. both those days. July 8th and July 22nd. Make sure to keep it at 10 a.m. PDT. So Pacific. Hope you enjoyed if you buy it. Hope you have a good time. I believe that's all of BlizzCon. And there's one more thing that's been nice. That's nice to see is happening outside the game. Is the Overwatch premiere. It's a YouTube premiere scheduled for Genesis, an Overwatch miniseries. So they have a video on their YouTube, so I'll go check it out if you're interested. But it's a 3-part miniseries. Part 1, Dawn, comes out July 6th. It's about 5 minutes and 13 seconds runtime. Part 2 comes out July 13th. Innocence is the title. Runtime 6 minutes 34 seconds. And part 3 comes out July 20th. Titled Rebirth. Runtime 6 minutes and 58 seconds. So it's a short 3-parter, but I've seen a lot of on Twitter, there's a lot of like, oh, we asked for this, but why is it so short? Oh, you're just teasing us. You're not giving us what we want. But they're not. I think it's a lot to ask a company to take a chance on an animation, from a game to an animation like that. I think it's a lot to ask for a company. But I think this is a good step and a good in between, where people get what they want, and then they can also gauge the reaction and the support off
Mm-hmm.
this to see if they want to make a new series. Because don't complain about this and be like, I'm not gonna watch it. No, you're why they're not gonna, because
Yep.
you would have complained about the long series. It doesn't matter. Like
Like
of course I want a long series, but
they could have jumped into a Hulu partnership or something. You know what I mean? For a series, and then it doesn't do well, and then they're out millions of dollars.
yeah, they could put a lot of money into one, especially if the like reactions for this is like as high as some people say it's gonna be. You think they're gonna like, oh, we just made a lot of money and a huge amount of support for this series. Yeah, we're just gonna let it die. Like, no,
Yeah.
they're going to put money into an actual series if this gets to that much support. They're not gonna just be like, we're not gonna do what's gonna make us money. Like, no, it's anything Blizzard does. It's not gonna be like we're gonna throw money away. They're a business. They make money. That's
They do
what
business
they want to
well.
do. Yeah, that's their thing. They've been around for a long time. They know what to do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like it. I like the cinematics. I like all that stuff.
I don't know a lot going into it, which I think is for my benefit. I always try. We were talking about this with anime and stuff like that. Check out his YouTube channel for more anime insight if you'd like. Of course. The less I know, the better, especially on something I'm very passionate about. I fear spoilers. I'm definitely scared of spoilers. So the less I know about something, the better. Like same thing. Reference it to Overwatch. Like I don't like seeing the new skins for the season. I know it sounds goofy, and some people get excited, and you'll see the concept art and this. I like to load up the game after it's updated and just see it all at once.
I get that. Like, see all the new stuff come out. I can get that. Spoilers don't bother me near as much as some people, but I can understand the wanting to like. I think what when it gets to like a spoiler, like a few months away, like the new Sojourn skin that's going to be coming out for the World Cup kind of stuff. Like it's nice that we've seen it, but
No, for
at some
sure.
point, I'm like, I wish I would just seen it later on. So I feel like there's no hype around it now. I was like, because now they can sell me, they can offer like, oh, here's a good Sojourn skin, but now I'm like, is it as good as that one? Which one's better? Do
When
I
do we
buy
get
this?
that one?
Yeah, when do we get
Mm-hmm.
that one? Like
Because I
I
still
don't
don't
care.
know when we get that one.
I don't either. They haven't really said. They just said something about World Cup when it came out. And like I don't. They don't. I don't even think they have a date. They
I'm
probably.
gonna put a pin in that because I have a complaint with Overwatch League when we get there
No,
about their
fair enough.
skins.
Fair enough. Respect. I think that's actually no. We got a few more for Overwatch League, but I think that's everything happening outside of the game
Mm-hmm.
for
Exciting news
Overwatch.
overall.
Oh yeah. I'm loving it. I love it. 2 more days. 2 days. 2 days until that part 1 comes out. I'm excited for that. This is a good season. Uh. Good vibes all around.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Content
And
is
then,
content.
yep, the more is good. World Cup. If you want to move on to that, or do you have anything you want to say? Okay. Um. Okay. So we've caught some. We're not bad parts from Mario. We don't watch absolutely every game.
Couldn't do it.
No, not happening. But we do catch big ones, and we caught United States a few times, Canada, Mexico. So I'll tell you as I read off like who qualified in each region. I tell you if I've seen the good teams mainly. United States, they are qualified, 5 wins, 0 losses. They've lost 1 map.
And that was because of trolling.
Yeah, they're Charlie. The whole time is Charlie. I get it. They want to have fun. I don't care. It's like as long as it's all in good sport, it really doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Some can say it's kind of disrespectful. But at the same time, they're still winning, even off-rolling. It doesn't matter.
They were at least taking their off-rolling serious.
Oh
like,
yeah, they're not.
If I come outside and
feeding.
I'm getting teabagged, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I would rather them be off-rolling and at least trying than, like you said, feeding or just being a dick or something. You know, they were. They're all pros. So even though Hydron's Winston was questionable, you still seen they all know how to play the game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We talked about the America Fist, the ultraviolet.
Yeah, ultraviolet
Fist was actually not bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's a joke, and they're kind of memeing. But at the same time, you can tell he knows how to play the game. You know what I mean? They still had to try.
Yeah, they're just off-roading, but they're trying. They're not going out there just feeding like just because they're trying on their off-rolls, which is whatever. If everyone's having fun, it's not like the other teams can't take away something from that. They are literally playing against pros. Like so, it happens. Then it's Canada. Canada did a great job. 4 wins, 1 loss, lost 2 maps. Canada's actually good.
Seeker played to a whole another level in those games.
I think Seeker's. I'm not gonna say carrying Canada, but Seeker's one that stands out to me on Canada. But he is a pro, so.
Same thing with Crimzo's on Canada too. I believe he was their captain.
I couldn't tell you captains. I have no idea about that one.
I think that was the whole thing. I think they were trolling him on Twitter. Is the only reason it clicks in my head.
Oh, fair enough. I just don't pay attention to captains as much as I probably should. But they do a great job. They like I said I think the only one they lost to is United States. To be fair. And then there's Mexico. Mexico qualified.
I couldn't tell you a lot about Mexico, unfortunately. I
really can't either. They have 3 wins, 2 losses, lost 5 maps, won 7. Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Guatemala all didn't qualify. They gave best efforts. I remember watching all of them. I didn't catch Mexico much at all, but the Costa Rica and Puerto Rico they try their best, and they get good effort.
Been awesome just to see a team of your natives. You know, if you didn't make it, like
Play.
you know, us for instance, United States, like in particular, like we have no attachment to any player. Aside, me and you both like Sugar Free, and Super
Yeah.
was a former SF Shock Tank. Better than that, and Kaluge, I guess. But even that, we don't have a whole lot of connection. But the team feels like our team, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's something
That's
you can be proud of.
this is our Olympics, because I couldn't care about the
Basically.
Olympics.
You couldn't care about the
I'm
Olympics. But this
sorry.
one right here,
Yeah,
this
this is
is
our
personal.
Olympics.
Yeah.
So for like a smaller region, you know what I mean, like Costa Rica or Puerto Rico, it must have been dope to see. Like, hey, I've played ranked with that guy. I know that dude. Hey,
Yeah,
he's a big content creator in this area. I don't, you know, I'm
yeah,
just speaking, but
yeah,
it's gotta be dope.
absolutely. I'm hopefully they take what they learned here and become better. I'm sure these guys could make it if they keep
Oh
trying
yeah,
hard. They're on the World Cup qualifiers for a reason. They're not the worst. They're going up
next
against
step is
pros.
contenders. You'd hope.
Yeah, yeah,
Contenders and then the league. But what's crazy is, it's in retrospective, most of those players are probably like 18 years old. They have plenty of time to grow. They might not even be 18 yet. They could be 17.
yeah.
I don't know what the age qualification was for either for World Cup, but they're probably super young. They got plenty of time.
Yeah,
Like you said, it was awesome to see them. They did their best.
I'm sure they see you next year. Hopefully, I hope everyone continues to improve. That's America Group A. America Group B, Colombia and Brazil qualified. Only 2 in that region. Colombia's 5 wins, 0 losses, 10 maps, 1 map loss. Brazil's 4 wins, 1 loss. I think they lost to Colombia. 8 map wins, 2 losses. So it seems like the United States is the undisputed champion, while Colombia's and Group B is their undisputed champion. I don't know those teams that much. I didn't get to catch them really. I will make sure to watch Colombia and Brazil from now on, but I just have not caught those games.
It's just so many games, man. It's you're seeing the Overwatch on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube go live every 2 hours with a span of 4 matches. You know what I mean? There's only so many hours in the day that you can sit there and watch it. So
Absolutely.
we did the best we could.
I'm sure everyone did great. I hope to see everyone next year, of course. APAC Group A, South Korea, Japan, and Hong Kong all qualified.
South Korea, man. South Korea, man.
South Korea has 5 wins, 0 losses. They have not lost a map. They have won every map they've played. They are the undisputed champions of the region. Japan only lost to South Korea. Japan is second with 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 map wins, 2 map losses against Korea. South Korea. So, and Hong Kong is third, 3 wins, 2 losses. They are I only really watch South Korea, so I couldn't tell you about the other games or other teams. But South Korea is deadly. South Korea is, if there's a contender for being the champion, it's United States and South Korea right now. Is my pick. One and the other. APAC Group B, Australia, Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. Australia's 5 wins, 0 losses, 10 map wins, 1 map loss. And Thailand is 4 wins, 1 loss, only against Australia. So, Australia is in the contenders, or Australia is worthy to be talked about for actually winning this. They are actually really good. They surprised me.
I actually caught a couple of their games.
Yeah, I think they're actually. I think it doesn't do them justice to throw them out of the running for actually being the champions here.
Maybe give them a dark horse tag.
Absolutely. I think they deserve it. They've in this region of packed with India, New Zealand, Malaysia, Singapore. It's a packed region, and they're still undisputed champions. It's amazing what they do. Hopefully, they do great against South Korea and United States. I hope to see it. Oh, and that's APAC Group B. This is they call it EMAC Group, but this just means Europe and the Middle East Group. I don't actually know how to pronounce that, but Great Britain, Spain, and France all qualify. Great Britain 6 wins, 1 loss. Spain 5 wins, 2 loss. France 5 wins, 2 loss. It's a packed region. Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, Portugal.
France came out France came out swinging. They simmered down just a little bit, but they're another one of those teams that they might be they're in my head they're a tier below contenders for the World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it could definitely give any team a run for their money.
I will look up because I feel like that's pros on Great Britain and France.
Oh crap! If you would have said it, yeah, there's absolutely
I can Google it.
Yeah, thank you. Because obviously I know in France is like FD God and a couple others, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, absolutely. France. This year? Yeah, this is this year. France has been best FD God. Yeah. United Kingdom. Oh, Kai, Funny Astro, Backbone. The pros.
That's a little stacked team, huh?
It is. Great Britain. I'm worried about the Jakaru.
The contenders guy, yeah.
The contenders Wisp, yeah. He's the tank. Hey, they basically have pros in 2 of the 3 spots, and then like the contenders team that has went with them. So like, I'm sure
another solid roster.
Yeah. Is there any more pros on these? I'm looking. Oh yeah, Crimzo and Seeker was on Canada.
Yep.
There's no one that I know on Mexico. It doesn't show them any contenders or pro teams.
Right.
And of course, United States is nothing but pros, and then there's Super, who was a champion. So like,
that's a 2-time champion, sir.
2-time champion, 1-time champion. He's not in league.
And he's also a former World Cup champ.
Oh, so there you go, World Cup champ. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Because I don't want to leave out the pros or like top contenders out.
Right.
To be mentioned, because they put a lot of work into this. Oh, Denmark had Shockwave.
Oh my god, dude, we watched that game. Shockwave was deadlifting.
Yeah, it's bad because I feel like and it's like Twisted Minds has Kelix and Slay on that team.
Kelix is a former pro.
And Peps has 2 people on that team. I'm amazed. I think Denmark is actually a wild card here, so I think they already in there. Yeah, they're in wild card Group A.
Okay. I think they could upset some people. It's one of those teams. It's top heavy. It's cool to see because like Shockwave doesn't get. I mean, he's known in the league, but he doesn't get that same kind of praise now that he's like in this different element, this different kind of mindset. He's getting this is stuff that might get you paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot to it. But there's one more group left, and that's Europe and the Middle East Group B. Saudi Arabia and Finland. Saudi Arabia is literally 7 wins, 0 losses. 14 map wins, 1 map loss. And Finland is 6 wins, 1 loss, only to Saudi Arabia. 13 map wins.
Also played very well.
Yeah, Finland and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the team that I'd say could win this. Great. There's the top one each one.
Am I wrong? Is that the Yazan team?
Yeah, Yazan's on that. He's like one of the few that's like there's Sermajed's on that team. Yep. Yazan. Then there's 4 people from Twisted Minds, and Yazan's on Triple Esports, and one's on Triple Esports. Like, it's a whole team of like contenders, or like there's a pro on there too. Like this is.
It's crazy how much pedigree seems to take take a spot in this World
Mm-hmm.
Cup. Like obviously the two best teams, which we all expected, I assume to some some extent, was America and South
Mm-hmm.
Korea. Both rosters are full to. I mean, it's full Overwatch League players. Super. I mean, he was an Overwatch League player. To get my point. And
Yeah.
then the others have to some degree Overwatch League talent. So it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting to just see how much pedigree is mixed in with each team, where
Yeah.
their standings
With that
sit.
being said, you're pointing out a great uh, idea because we have a few like pros on these teams throughout the ones that didn't make it. Sadly, like Sweden has Kevster and
Yep.
Sparker from Gladiators in London, respectively, and Turkey has Litor from London. Finland has Sana and LH Cloudy.
Oh, I
Uh,
forgot about Cloudy. Shout out Cloudy.
Cloudy, yeah. Uh, Iceland has nothing but like contenders on there too. This group is very much stacked. I think that goes to show how much Saudi Arabia really does dominate with their little strategy of Farah and
Who would
Echo.
have thunk it, dog?
The
It,
Farah,
which he's always been good on it. Yazan's
yeah,
always been good on it. But then you're like, if it's a full team versus a full team, you're like, maybe they can get him out the air. And you still
yeah,
can't get him out the air. And that's not a diss on the other team or Yazan itself. It's just how well he plays that character and how well the team around him believes in him and how much they commit to him.
yeah. I've seen him. I watch a lot of shout out to ML7. And I watch him do his tournaments, or he used to do, or he did tournaments. He still does sometimes, but I've seen him like I think two of the times he's been in a tournament and he was on the same team as Jason, and their strategy, their team name is literally 123 Nano, which is literally 123 Nano Far, and they win. Both times it's been Warren, Aspen on the Mercy for the Far, Yazan is the K, uh, and ML would always just Nano, so it'd be that combo, and Yeedle would be the wrecking ball, so they wouldn't have many resources. They have won two tournaments doing that, community tournaments, because they don't go in with a new strategy. They go in with the strategy that works, and every time they seem to win that when they work together like that.
It's so crazy because like there's certain teams that you know what they'll do. Like
Mm-hmm.
Florida or not Florida, excuse me. London last year was rush down Ryan comp. That was their whole thing. Ryan and May, that's what they played very well. Uh, uh, there's better than that. There's very few teams that when you're going into playing them, you're like, this is the only thing they'll play, so we'll know what to be prepared for. In those, and then any Yazan team, it's crazy to think that you know exactly what they're gonna do, you still can't stop it.
Yeah, it shows you that as long as you commit to your idea and like truly work at it, the counter picking's not gonna help
Mm-hmm.
if you're that good. It's on they. It feels like you had to go a whole team of just uh, like hit scan, and it still doesn't seem to work. Because that being
I'm
said,
sure teams have done that. I'm sure they've went Diva, Soldier, Widow, Mercy, and you
something
win everything to chase him down. And he's just
just
so.
doesn't.
I mean, he is Farah. He is Echo. You know what I mean? He is those characters.
Yeah,
So.
he's undisputed, basically the best at far probably. Yeah, you could consider him the best far player in the world.
I don't know if there'd be an argument.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Like I know pros can at least give him a run for his money, but I couldn't tell you if they
The
could
only
actually beat
like
him.
very very well known bar I can think of is Jinmu from the old Chengdu Hunters.
Yeah, like it could be. Um, that being said, I think uh not just his team running it. A lot of world like most groups are actually running it. Besides like the one with the United States in it, like America Group B, South America Group, they're running it. The FAR combo, like South Korea's not really running it, but Australia, Thailand, they're running it. Like it feels like the flying characters. World Cup has brought out that the flying characters are actually broken, even to get hit scan. And it's like, best of luck, because that seems to be what they're running. I think even the Great Britain, Spain, and France have ran the FAR group, like the FAR. It is literally something they do. It's it's amazing to see it. I don't think even better than Saudi Arabia, but they seem to make it work. I don't know.
It's nice to see different metas. I
Besides
think we talked
the
about
league,
it last time that they just say the league lacks uh creativity. You know what I mean? And so stuff like this, you're seeing them commit to something that's this is very off meta from you're running Tracer Sombra, Winston Dive, you know? This
yeah,
is completely different. So it's working. So maybe this inspires people to go it like a separate way in
I
going
hope
forward.
so. I think a lot of that for a league comes from the fact that major updates don't come out as often they really should. So you'll get really used to this one meta, and it's like, why would we want to learn something different when we're already super skilled at this? Like Sombra right now, I feel like Sombra is the most broken character in the game, and the fact they haven't, like, we've played half a season now, and we don't actually know when her rework is coming. Soon,
They just
right?
said, yeah, I think I seen the post yesterday. It was like soon.
Soon.
Soon can mean anything.
Congratulations. Congratulations, you 3/4 of your season is somber meta because you refuse to address the fact that she's broken in a 5v5 standpoint. Like I don't blame the teams for running the same thing that works. Yeah, I think Somber is broken. I think Widow has been broken. I think Winston's gonna remain broken. We'll see how it goes. But 5v5 is new to us still. That is still a thing that this is the first World Cup or the first like World Cup and like leagues playing through whole seasons with one tank. You can't tell me everyone knows everything right now, especially the studio. That's just my opinion. There, it's a new
No,
way
no,
to play
you're
the game.
absolutely right.
It's a new way to play the game. See, new things have to be changed.
Mm-hmm. Should we bounce into league since we were speaking on it?
Of course, of course.
We
Sounds
had
good to me.
some drops, some pickups. Little, not too much since the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
The biggest one probably being Dante
Oh, Dante
leaving
leaves the team.
LA Glads, and then Marvel is his replacement. Solid
Yep.
pickup. Dante is freedom.
Yeah, he
Words of
the
Aaron
tweet.
Yeager. He's
He literally
free.
posted that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
So I don't know what he posted about his plans going forward.
He talked about
So that's
the
interesting.
Overwatch. He wanted to be like streaming more, and he wants to be Overwatch collegiate. I think that's college teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, I hope the best for him. Dante's a good guy. Especially going from like DPS to tank. I know it's a hard change, and like I'm sure he thanked the team. I'm glad he liked it. I'm sad to see him go, but at the same time, like, yeah, when you want to move on, you want to move on.
Not working. It's just not that.
Yeah,
I mean, they
it's
were
nothing
a
personal.
decent team, but they weren't playing up to the standard that they had set for themselves. So
Yeah, small
changes had to be
we made.
making, and they're bringing in an actual tank. No disrespect, Dante. He did what he could, and he
Yep.
actually learned it. It was actually a really good tank. But
Mhm.
Marvel is spent more time on it and maybe a better fit for what the Glads have set up.
Oh, absolutely. I hope the best for Dante in his future endeavors, and welcome Marvel to the LA Gladiators. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, just for perspective, Marvel was on Soul Dynasty for from 2019 to 2021. He won multiple times. In like he came second in playoffs. 2020, he came second in melee. He did a few things. He's not bad. His signature heroes are Ryan, Winston, and Ball, but that could always change. A lot of just information comes from like previous seasons. Besides LA Gladiators, I think okay, Boston and Spark. Boston's easy. Striker leads the team.
Striker's going back to Shock. It's happening again.
You think
all the rumors are pointing towards it.
Okay.
What was the other change?
For Spark?
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple joins the team from and switches role to support, which is the weird one. because
It's very
Pineapple
weird.
was a DPS player for a contenders team called Rhodes, which participated in the APAC tournament brackets. I forget what they called it, but it was their like qualifiers for the mid-season madness.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you pull up Pineapple's Wikipedia? You tell,
Yeah, got it.
if I'm not mistaken, did he not play for the Spark last year too?
Oh, he did. Yeah,
So did he just
played
go to a contenders team for like a tournament and come right back to the league?
He
Is that what it's
did
looking like?
Yep, because he was fifth and sixth place in S tier. He's fifth and sixth place in Overwatch League 2022 Midseason Madness. Played for Spark. Overwatch League 2022 playoffs, fourth place for the Spark. And he goes through Rhodes. And he comes back. I
On
didn't notice
support.
that. On support. He was a DPS
That
player.
is so weird to me. I don't know what they're cooking over there.
For Rhodes, he also played DPS. This is actually
Yeah.
his first time coming on support. That he wasn't a support for the continuous team.
The East and off rolling, man. They're testing everything, you know. And I don't.
Hey,
maybe it's working. I'm assuming everything they do has to have something behind it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Excuse me. So maybe there were scrims or tryouts for him. Where he's like, hey, let me play support for you guys. They're like, okay. Or like I said, he played with them in the past. Maybe he was messing around with the support role before he went to Rhodes, like you had said.
Yeah.
So maybe this is something different. I think Spark were in a pretty decent position with all things considered, but if this is a bump's a bump. We'll take it, you know?
Yep. I mean, it's not like they got rid of anybody. He just
Right,
joined.
he's just
so
he might not even play.
yeah, he
But,
might not.
You know, this is just something you keep in the back pocket for all we know.
It's I support this pickup at least because it allows for we've seen it happen multiple times this season actually because I harp about it and I hate teams that I don't hate teams that do this but I do not like when they do it is bare minimum manning. You should never have one tank player. You should never have only 2 DPS. You should never have only 2 support. I think this is a great pickup because if anything happens or a bad connection or anything for DPS or support, at least you have someone that can literally jump on that role and be like, we don't expect to win this game, but at least we can play.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
at least
Vancouver.
we're in a fair chance, a fair shake.
Yeah, like he's literally played for these teams before. He knows what he's doing. Like right now, Vancouver has 4 people. Best luck. You better find your damn DPS. If not, you're not playing.
They're still doing damage control.
Yeah, they're doing damage control.
I think they're linked to lethal, if I'm not mistaken.
Lethal. Okay, hey.
I could be wrong. There's all kinds of rumors. Shocker linked to everybody. Striker, Lucamino, Ons again. They're talking about trading Vendame back to Soul Dynasty. Talking about dropping Finn. There's one more guy. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
DJ Gone? Heisei One?
Oh, he's saying, talking about dropping Heisei as well. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was more more concrete things to speak on. Like right now, it's just a lot of speculation.
Yeah, I truly don't really keep up with rumors as much as I should. It's because I've seen rumors. Dropped and we haven't seen it yet. So like, yeah, I'm sure it happens, but like, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I like that they have at least a 6th player that can do 2 roles. It's nice for that. I'm sure Poundin will be a great addition, even if he's a bench warmer. Every team needs a bench warmer, no matter what. No one wants to get cold when they get back. But I like it. I think Spark did the right thing and picked up another player. And with Striker leaving Boston, Striker was a DPS player. But that being said, Birdwing and Decay are now the active DPS members of this team, so they're not lacking, and you still have them to
I
support
don't
and
believe
a tank
strikers
player.
played this year. If I'm not mistaken.
Not to my knowledge, but I'm not sure at the same time. I don't keep up with, I don't pay attention to every Boston play.
No, for sure.
It doesn't show anything of him playing any of those, but it doesn't keep up with every detail. So, with that, so far those are changes from the past week. But they only have about another week to make those changes or make some roster changes because July 13th, the league comes back. First game, 2 p.m. Central Time, Florida Mayhem versus Houston. And
yes, it's a short time to figure a lot out.
Yeah, you guys got 1 week to get your rosters in order at least.
And you assume they're I mean, obviously they have to be trying people out, but when does it drop?
What do you mean?
Just any news.
Oh yeah, true. And Shock plays that day also. Shock.
Yeah.
So if Shock could make some changes.
Shock could very well roll out with the same roster for all we know.
Oh, absolutely. Like these changes can happen whenever. Like I don't think there's a rule it has to happen before this. I like it. You have your bare minimum manning. At least most teams do. Not everyone does. But it could happen like 3 games in. Like, you know what? We want him. Okay.
Last year they picked up Striker right before playoffs started.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's no rule for them to have to do this. But if they're going to do it, I don't see a reason of waiting if you're just certain it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's better to me. It feels better that we know we want this person. Let's get this person and let's start practice. Let's do something.
Mm-hmm. Get the reps in while you can.
Yeah,
it's too late. Now you're in a playoff series and you haven't really practiced with anybody.
Yeah, all of a sudden you have a whole new DPS.
Or you're outside of the playoffs because you didn't win enough.
Yeah, you didn't win enough because you didn't want to bring in this person. I feel like Sharks wanting to get it all situated before they make changes, but at the same time, I feel like Sharks really loyal to O2 Blast. They could literally have the same team the whole season. Like, our O2 Blast thing, let's give them another year. Like they seem really loyal and sticking with it, so it's whatever. But I think that's all I have to say about the league.
That time.
Oh yeah, so Vex has a surprise. It's some game. I have no idea. So please forgive us for whatever.
I want to play a game.
He wants to play a game. Okay, we'll play.
It's nothing crazy. I got bored the other day, so I started looking into stats. This is all from the Overwatch League, their stat lab itself. So, Mr. Tusk, we're gonna play a game of who has more elims. I'm gonna give you 2 players that had similar time played. I want you to try to tell me who has more elims. I have 5 rounds, so nothing that's not long. But I thought it'd be a little fun thing to do because there's not a lot to talk about.
It sounds wonderful. I'm more than happy to play the game with you.
All right. First round. Who has more elims? Birdering or Alfie?
Birdring or Alfie?
Uh-huh.
Birdring.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer. Birdring.
Final answer is Birdring. You are incorrect. Alfie has 1,931 to Birdring's 1,727.
I felt like that was a trick question because I don't. Because Birdring's the one you think you're like, there's no way Birdring doesn't, and it's like,
Alfie's kind of the they got a solid roster over there in Washington, but it's not like what Boston's got on their DPS line.
I mean, now that I think about it, I can't actually name the other DPS Alfie plays with.
It's why'd you have to say something?
Exactly, but I can carry you Decay and Birdring because I know they both kick ass. I don't know about Alpha-U's partner because Alpha-U might be carrying half the time.
My God, I hate that now you're exposing me.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either. I have no idea. But I can tell you Boston's lineup from DPS.
Right. On to the next one, so we don't look like casuals.
Casuals, oh no. What's the next question? Let's hear the
All
next
right.
one. I'll look it up.
This is the tank players, right?
Yep.
Fearless or Hanbin?
Fearless or Hanbin?
Old teammates.
Is it just? Are we saying this season or of all time?
This is just this. These are all based on this season alone.
Oh, Fearless. Fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah, Fearless. My final answer. For sure.
That's your final answer.
That is my final answer.
You're not wrong, but you're not right.
Are they tied?
They're tied exactly.
Trick questions. Every one of these. This game's rigged.
They both have 1,053. How insane is that? That they're tied.
How does that happen? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I did not expect that. Oh, yeah. Do you want to know the other DPS lineup for
Who is it?
Washington? You sure you have a guess? You want to play a game?
Is it Flora?
It is Flora. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't have told you that. I had no idea. Some people just slipped my mind.
You want to know why I know?
How?
Round 3. Who has more elims, Flora or Heesang? I completely forgot about Flora, and he's in my notes.
Heesang
has more elims.
Because Flora doesn't, like, that makes sense why Alpha Yi has more than Birdring, because Birdring and Decay do good together, while Flora's probably, I don't want to say he sucks, but Alpha Yi's probably carrying more than Flora's carrying. Which Flora might just have that playstyle. That's perfectly okay.
So Flora's your final answer?
What was the other person?
Heesang from the San Francisco
No,
Shock.
he's saying absolutely final answer. Heesang's right.
You're correct. Heesang has 1,809 to Flora's 1,528.
How many did Alpha Yi have?
Alfie had 1,931.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it is a branch, but that's still a decent. If that's what your DPS line's putting out, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad at all. It is justice. They're doing a fantastic job, but there's a gap.
There's a gap.
He's okay though. I mean, like, I think Flora plays mainly the like less. He's more in the, like, bothering people. Like, he gets value other ways besides elims. After he literally just goes elims, which is they're doing okay.
Round 4. These are 2 sports. Vendame was a San Francisco Shock, or Lee J. Gone, Austin Uprising.
I need to mentally
players.
I need to mentally connect with you because I don't play Lucio. Please send me your thoughts. I need to. Come on. Lee J. Gone?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
You are incorrect. Vendame with 1,290 and Lee J. Gone with 1,125. And I'm only assuming that is because Vendame's played terrible this year. Is because Lee J. Gone switches. They have the 30 support line with Twilight and stuff over there.
True, they do.
Sir, it's the final round.
Trick question. Continue. Yeah.
It's the final round. This is for all the marbles.
I mean, I don't have many marbles. I think I got one right so far. So.
I mean, I'll give you the fearless one. You weren't.
I mean,
you weren't wrong.
I don't think technically there's a wrong answer there though. So.
Right. The last one, Merit or MN3?
I would hate myself if it wasn't Merit, so I'm going Merit.
That's your final answer?
Yep.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
I finally picked one right that I had confidence in. The rest of them was just guesses. I promise I don't know.
That's because Merit is your boy.
Yeah, I just had to go to Merit. Merit. You could have asked anyone. It's like, you could have asked any Florida team. I was like, you know what? I'll pick them because I'll feel bad if it wasn't them.
Merit with 1,432, with MM3 with 1,327.
That's not bad. That's not bad either one.
It's not bad at all.
I mean, great job, team. Teams, players. Truly great players.
Absolutely.
Most of them.
You know, sir, is there anything else you'd like to speak on? A little short episode.
It is probably a short episode, but
it's a little bit of a jumbled mess, but that's what we're here for.
jumble mess, not jumble mess, it doesn't matter. It's all about fun. I have had fun. I don't think I have anything to say. I look forward to we'll have one more podcast before the league starts back up. We'll probably have something else to talk about. We might play another game if he decides to make one. I don't know. I apologize for this one because
The next one's gonna have real life stakes.
real life stakes. It's like you can either lose a pinky.
Yeah.
Who's died the most this season? Is it multiple choice? No.
You get this wrong, I'll slash your tires.
Slash your tires. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed the game. It was a nice surprise. I look forward to the World Cup at BlizzCon. I look forward to the league next week, and I look forward to next season for Overwatch. I have promising things in the future, I see. I think that's all I have to say. What about you?
Beautiful. I'll just give the outro. You said everything perfect. Quick news. Me and Tusk here will be doing a live stream starting today, this afternoon, of the Borderlands series on both of our Twitches. Believe are the same as our names above, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, mine is.
If you're interested in anything like that, you can catch us at I said around 6:30 Central Time.
I think 6:30 Central Time is a good.
6:30 Central Time. For any other content, like I mentioned earlier, anime content, you can follow Tusk Leopard here. He's putting out bangers after bangers. For random mess, you can follow my Instagram above here. And for Tusk and Vex here, another great episode. Appreciate you guys for coming out. We'll
Thank
catch you.
you.